Secretary, for spending the day in New Jersey today. Secretary Duncan and I have a lot of common views and interests in the school reform agenda. I've said many times that what he and the President are doing is making possible the kind of reforms we're talking about in New Jersey, and the kind of reforms that are happening in other states across the country. So he has been a great ally for trying to improve education for kids all over America. And I'm glad he spent the time to be able to Corey today in Newark, and heading over to Princeton University now to talk about these issues. And he's really, and I've said this to him privately, I mean, he's an extraordinary leader on this issue across the country. He's exactly, I think, what America needed at this point in time, and he couldn't be doing it if he didn't have the support of a president who feels exactly the same way. So I agree wholeheartedly with the President's efforts in this regard. Consider myself an ally of his in this effort, and of Secretary Duncan's, and so I appreciate him coming. And thank you. Spent the time to be in New Jersey.
No, I appreciate the opportunity, and it's a great day. The opportunity in Newark, I think, is just staggering. That's a district that has struggled for far too long, and I think there's a perfect storm of a number of things happening there. Leadership from the governor, Chris Serf, the new state soup, is someone I have tremendous respect for and worked for a while. Mayor Booker's putting his reputation on the line, which far too many mayors run from this responsibility. And they're in the process of picking a new superintendent. And I challenge them. I think there's no reason Newark's goal, their ambition, should be to be the best urban school system in the country 5 years from now. You know, not 15, not 20. And I think the status quo has been left far too many young people uneducated. It's done a disservice to the community, and there's a chance to get better faster than ever before. And whatever I can do to be supportive of those efforts, I want to do. And I said, I can't begin to be the answer. Frankly, the mayor's not the answer. It's really got to come from the parents and from the community. But whatever we can do to support those efforts, we want to do. And I think the governor and I share, and political leaders of both parties around the country share this huge sense of urgency that with a 25% dropout rate, with a globally competitive knowledge-based economy, with so many other countries, frankly, out-educating us today. I look at it as a civil rights issue. I look at it as an economic imperative. And I look at it as an issue of national security. We have to work together. We have to get better, faster, in tough economic times for our country. So we're going to do everything we can to get to a better spot, to reduce those dropout rates to zero, to increase graduation rates, to make sure our graduates are actually college and career ready and have a chance to pursue their dreams. And I think there's a level of reform happening around the country that is pretty breathtaking. To see so many states, 42 states, raising standards, that's a game changer. Measuring students by the same bar, not dumbing down standards due to political pressure. About 36 states remove barriers to innovations like charter schools and others. We just need more good public schools of every form and fashion. Making sure that we're getting great teachers into classrooms and supporting them, and if teachers aren't working, doing something different. The governor and I discussed, there's a piece of legislation moving through the Illinois Senate that I think is phenomenal. It passed the Illinois Senate unanimously, which never happens for those of us coming from Illinois. It's going to the House. It has the support of the business community, has the support of the unions, has the support of major nonprofits in the community, and it really elevates the teaching profession to a different level. And I think there's a lot that can be learned from what's happening there. It hasn't passed, not law yet, but very optimistic that it will pass the House. And the fact that everybody moved outside their comfort zones, the business community, political leadership, unions, everybody compromised. But at the end of the day, teachers have to be a great teacher to stay in the profession. If it's not working, they move them out. Excellence gets rewarded. And I think there's a lot that other states around the country could learn from that effort there. And my goal is just to see our country educate our way to a better economy. And so whatever I can do to be supportive of the efforts, whether it's Newark or anywhere else in the state or other places, that's the best thing I can do from Washington, is to help great leaders promote the level of be successful.